What's up, everybody? Gerardi from the 3T Crew, our G1 Climax 30 A-Block Night 13 review. We're jumping into almost the bottom half of the tournament. We have about 2 nights left in A-Block and 3 nights left in B-Block. It's starting to really heat up. Who will be the one? But before we find that out, let's talk down some of what we're doing at 3T. If you want to follow us on social media, check us out on Twitter at 3TPod, on TikTok at iStrongStyle, and Instagram at Through the Table and iStrongStyle. And on Facebook at Through the Table. Now, if you want to buy a t-shirt, we have a new t-shirt. Our brand new logo, which you can see in our profile picture below, is now at ProWrestlingTees.com. We have that logo shirt and a special sand colored t-shirt also. Mind you, these shirts might be a limited run, so if you don't cop one now, you might not be able to later on. And now if you want to listen to the 3T podcast, check us out at Apple Podcast, Google Play, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Podbean, and iHeartRadio. Now let's jump into that review, baby. We're going to start off with our Young Lion Path to Dominance action with Yota Tsuji versus Yuha Uehara. Once again, pretty standard Young Lion match. The only interesting thing that really happened here was Yuha won with a bridging underhook suplex, which was very impressive. Finally, Yuha is starting to pick up some momentum. Maybe it's a little too late for that, but even though he might not win this tournament, he's had some pretty impressive showings throughout. Like I said, I think Yota Tsuji is the guy who's going to win this tournament. Now we jump into our B-Block action with opening round action. Jeff Cobb versus the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii. And as always, Ishii brings the best out of his opponents. This was Jeff Cobb's best match in the tournament so far. Jeff Cobb won with an awesome tour of the islands where he kind of picked Ishii off the mat. 1, 2, 3, that's how it goes. Right now, neither guy is really in a position to win this tournament. They haven't been mathematically eliminated, I believe, but it's coming for them, sadly. I mean, Ishii, once again, proves how good he is. He can get a great match at anybody in G1 Climax stage play. Any year, he can do it. Now we jump into our second match of the evening, which was a segment sort of match. It wasn't really a match. Jay White versus the Tokyo Pimp Yojiro Takahashi. I didn't mention it on our last A-Block review that this was upset alert central for Switchblade. He didn't get upset, so now he's sitting at 10 points. Yojiro's still at donut. But the awesome part is that Yojiro did not lay down for the sweatpants wearing Jay White. He did fight him off a lot, and he actually showed some heart. He lost with the Blade Runner. Interesting part is Jay White walked out without Gato at the end because he believes Gato didn't relay the message that you have to lay down for him. That's something to look out for. Some people did pick an Evil versus Jay White block, A-Block and B-Block finalists for G1 finals. We'll see if that comes to fruition. I don't think I picked that. But at the end of the day, I think we have that chance that we can see a Bullet Club final. Now they do their typical break where they get into the breaks and getting ready for the next stage. They clean up the mat and they promote the merchandising. We kick in with Tai Chi versus Will Ospreay. This is a pretty standard Osprey style match. This is coming off the Suzuki match where it was more of a change of pace for him. He went more back to his traditional high-flying aerial offense here. Osprey does pick up the win. He is now sitting at 10 points. Tai Chi, who started off red hot to kick off the tournament, has cooled off significantly. This was still a very good match, though. It was very worthy of being on the second half of the show. Then our co-main event, our semi-final, if you want to say, Minoru Suzuki versus the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi. Incredible match. Really, really fire match. Ibushi brought it, but Suzuki really brought it, physicality-wise. From the opening bell, it started off with more technical mat-style wrestling, and then it shifted into more of a physical brawling match where it's kind of how I mentioned with Suzuki, every match is sort of a different style. He kind of blended what he normally does between different opponents to everything with Ibushi. Ibushi won with a Kamagoye. He's sitting at 10 points. If you notice, there's a little pattern. We got 3 people so far in our review with 10 points. Funny part is, after the Kamagoye, Minoru Suzuki was laughing. So, we might not see the end of that after this tournament. And then our main event, which, by the way, on Twitter, I said Suzuki Ibushi was match of the night. And maybe a match of the year type of candidate. And then this main event happened, and I'm like, wow, okay. Shingo Takagi, the Dragon, one of our personal favorites, who I picked to be a block semifinalist. I don't think that's going to happen now, given the result of this one. versus the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. By the way, Okada did win, and now he's sitting at 10 points. He has the most quietest 10 points in G1 Climax history in terms of match quality. This one was better than the Ibushi one on night one, and then everything else in there was fluff in between. But this match was amazing. This match of the year contender. Shingo Takagi brought the best out of Okada. This is the best we've seen Okada in a long time. But we'll see, we'll see how he's gonna, if he wins. I don't think he will. I think he'll fall off a little short. His next two matches is Ishii and Ospreay, both Chaos members. I think he loses to Ishii and then he beats Ospreay. This is my prediction. But Shingo brought something out of Okada, and I love how they protected Shingo Takagi. He did not tap to the money clip. He passed out, which is, I think, something that's very important, and it makes Shingo look strong because he brought it for Okada the whole night. The Made in Japan he hit and some of the pumping bombers he hit on Okada in this match were phenomenal. So if I was you guys and I want to watch a match or two matches, watch the semifinal for tonight and the main event, you got to watch Suzuki, Ibushi, you got to watch Okada, Shingo. Guaranteed in this tournament. Two of the best matches of the tournament happened tonight on A Block. And an overall pretty strong night for A Block. Now we're sitting at a four-way tie at the top. Jay White, Ibushi, Okada, and Will Ospreay all sitting at 10 points. This is going to be going really interesting. We're sitting at 2 more nights left. Who's going to be the one? Find out next time on Through the Table at 3T Pod. And then tomorrow we got our B Block. B Block is coming up big with Evil versus Tetsuya Naito. Until next time, this is Gerard from the 3T Crew signing off. Until next time, see ya.